Hello students, welcome to Online Study for You, one-step solution for all your placement needs. In this video, I am going to discuss about TCS NQT interview experience and tips. So as you know, the TCS NQT results has been announced and they are going to start with the interviews in very few days. What we got to know that within 7 days they will be starting with the interviews, and those students who are waiting for who they are selected for TCS digital or not, so they'll be getting their result. Actually that will be delivered to your TPO, the college training and placement officer. So those results will not be directly shared with you as far as info what we have got. So but your this present interview, the ninja interview, will be scheduled within 7 days, right? Means they are starting from 7 days. I'm not aware about when you will be having exactly your day. So here in this video, we're going to discuss TCS NQT interview experience of a student from 2019 batch, right? Sorry, 2020 batch. And along with the experience, the questions he faced, we'll be discussing, and we'll be also sharing some tips regarding what should you do, what should you not do, and if you're failing in your interview, then what are the things you can do so that you can come up in better way. So without wasting much time, let's move ahead. So here, as you can see, we have discussed some of the details, basic details. The duration is 20 to 35 minutes. So this is quite different, like how interviews had been for Capgemini, Infi, and most of the interviews of Cognizant also. The interviews were not this much long, right? But here in TCS, what happens, the duration is long. Okay. Means in most of cases, what the previous student has told us, who gave his interview previous year, 2020 batch, and the duration is 20 to 35 minutes. There are so many questions they ask. For most of students, there were so many questions, but it's not like something easy to moderate, although I have written here. But in interview, it's nothing like difficult or easy. See, there most of the times they are not going to ask anything outside from your CV. Okay, if you have written some project, then it is obvious that they'll be asking about that project. What role have you done? What software development life cycle have you used? How much it is prepared? How much it is left? When did you start about it? What technology are you using? Do you know anything about the basics of the technology? So see, students, these are the things which you also know that these will be asked. These are some of the basic things. So if you're not prepared for that, and then the question is asked, and then you start saying the interview, I had very difficult interview, so that's not right, because they are only, most of the time they'll ask things related to whatever mentioned in your CV, or what you tell at the starting, like when they asked for tell me about yourself. So before starting with the next slides, where I'm discussing the questions, specific questions which was asked to the students, I want to tell here that in this video I'll be discussing interview experience of CSE student, that is computer science and engineering student. But students who are watching it from other branches like ECE, EE, or like mechanical or other students as well, don't miss this video, because the questions won't be like very different. If you have mentioned any programming language, then obviously from you to the question from Python or Java will be asked. Other than that, your branch specific subject will be also asked if you're not from CSIT stream. But the questions won't be like there won't be like too much different. But yes, to other branch students, the questions are quite easy. So as you can see, total duration 20-35 minutes. The questions are very much, but not like difficult anything, or only things which are mentioned in your CV. Remember, an interview is always yours game to lose, right? So what it means here is that, see, an interview, like whenever you're giving interview for any good companies like SAIDS, Infosys, Capgemini, like, or Cognizant, or any other good company, these. So see, there are always two ways in which a person will be checking you. The first way is, he has said, he is sitting just to exclude you, means just to remove you, means not including you. And the second way is that he already accepts you, that yes, this student has done very good, and now I have to just check that is he having good technical skills also, means or he has a good communication skills also. So the first thing is never there, that they are not sitting here to exclude you or remove you, right? It is never like, although they have a certain number that they will be hiring 10,000 student this time, or from this college we have to hire this much. Sometimes they have this kind of number, but it is never like if they are sitting, so they are not counting on each individual that okay, we have to take only 2 out of 10, so okay, remove him. It's never like that. They are sitting there to include you, not to exclude you. They are sitting with this mindset. So don't think that they'll be purposely asking difficult questions to remove you, exclude you from the list. Okay, that's why an interview is always yours game to use, yours game to lose. Because if you have written something you're not known about, or if you're not known about basics of your project, your subjects of interest, the subjects you have read in your btech, if you're not known about that, then it's completely your fault, not of the interviewer. He's not making it difficult. And coming to HR questions, there is nothing right or wrong for some typical HR questions. Like sometimes they will ask you something like situational question, like if you are a team lead and one of your team members not faring very much good, or he's lethargic, reckless, not delivering very well. So what you would do? So there is not any certain or optimal answer for this situation. The one answer could be that I will go to him, have a chat with him. If he is having any problem with any personal problem, or he's not very good with technology which is given to him, the task which is given to him. Otherwise, if that does not work, I will report it to my project manager. So this answer is definitely fine. If you are having any different answer, that is also completely fine. But just don't go it in negative manner that I will go him and starting scolding him or remove him from the team. Only negative answers are not required. Otherwise, there could be many thousands of answers for a single question. So don't think like, oh, let me think, and then you are thinking, giving some bookish answers or answers you have prepared from internet. Don't do those things. So now let's start. We had a long chat regarding all the details. Okay, so firstly, some important tips that CV can't be updated or uploaded during interview. Not sure what would be happening this time, because this means NQT interview you'll be having the first batch this year. But previous year there was nothing like uploading your CV or updating your CV during interview. It will be just similar to what you have uploaded or submitted to your college, or during filling your TCS NQT form. Okay, and then you have to be ready with any one of this ID. The best would be college ID if you are having, but also apart from college ID, you must have Aadhaar card, DL, passport, or something like that. Okay, voter ID card. Because not in technical, sometimes in technical they will ask maybe for college ID, but in HR round, if there is a separate HR round, then they will ask for some of your ID, which college ID or Aadhaar will definitely work. Okay, so here is the interview experience of one of the student. So I've just taken everything what he have wrote so that you understand it well with his perspective. I've not modified it. I've just taken it how he wrote it. So on August 10, the results were announced through emails. So you have also received the mails through emails. So results not actually, it is you were told that the result has been announced and you checked it on browser. And then our TPOs, that is training and placement officers, were contacted by TCS to acknowledge them regarding list of students who were eligible to attend TCS digital contest. So as you know that we are not sure this time there will be separate TCS digital, but if that would be, then you will be not getting to know that from your marks or something, or on browser, on TCS on website, you will not be getting that you are considered for digital round. Your college will be getting to know, and then they will be sharing information if there will be a separate round for TCS digital. But it's also possible that there is no separate round. Just on the basis of marks, if you have scored very much with on programming and the aptitude as well, then you might also getting direct interview. We are not clear that there will be a different word or similar. Okay, so this student was one of them, but he was not he gave the distal round also, but was not selected. But he gave interview for ninja round. So we'll be checking out how the things happened for him. So interview was scheduled in a very few days, as you can see here also, 4 to 5 days, right? On August 10 it was okay result. Yeah, so this time there was a long time, because in 2019 there was nothing like COVID or something, so a lot of time. But this time it would happen in within a week, so you have very less time to start preparing. So finally the interview dates were announced, this and this were dates. So until we had a few mock interviews. So yes, this is good. Few mock interviews at college, and also collecting data from seniors, like how what are their experience. What I will suggest you that, okay, it's always good, like taking some data from seniors, taking some data from others who had this interview. But don't be like, see, these are not your NSEM examinations or something that questions will repeat, or there is nothing like important questions or non-important questions. They will ask you anything, and majority the questions will be from your CV only. So don't be like, because your senior could be from Java, and the questions might be asked from him like, what is this keyword about constructors, about multiple inheritance possible or not. So if you are from Python, if you are going to that question, then it's useless, because it's of no use for you. So don't do these things blindly. We have also prepared a very good interview preparation material, which I'll be discussing. So that is very fine, because we have included every aspect. Means it's not like only including some important things. We included everything from an interviewer's mind, which what are the important things. So I'll be discussing it later. Firstly, let's focus on what he had, his experience. So then he had his okay, on Skype. You might be having on might be possible on Microsoft Teams as well, because many interviews, most of the interviews from companies are being conducted on Microsoft Teams platform, but on Skype also possible. So please, what I will suggest you, they will be having interview very soon. So please download Skype on yes, of course, on laptop, not mobile. And please be a little familiar with it. Like, you can have 2 to 3 times video calls with some of your relative or friends, so that you get an understanding of how the UI is there, how to click, where to start mic, if mic is not performing, what to do, how to start your video, or how to share the screen, because they might ask, they might give you some questions, and it might happen you are not able to share a screen even. So please prepare these things, right? Then what happened? The interviews, and I had formal greetings. What I will suggest you here, see, in starting, what happens that in these video calls and video interviews, so you are connected. That interviews, most of the time, interview is already on the call, because he had taken some any interview of another person. So you get in, he let you in. Then your mic and video is not like on at that time. So he will ask that, hello, is am I audible? Hello, where are you? So what should you do? It would be always good that you started, yes, good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. Right? But do you should be also precise. Like, you should not be like it's only 11:30 and you start speaking good noon or good afternoon, or it is 5 or 6 and you are still saying good afternoon only. So if that is wrong, then it will also create a negative impact. But you can start like this. That would be very good. That, yeah, good evening, sir. You are audible. Like, then interviews wanted to check if I am composed and well aware of my surrounding. So it was just about relaxing the candidate. So he asked me to state how long it took for me. Let me just take this pointer. It will, yeah, state how long it took for me to walk into the room. These are some questions which they are also letting you relax a bit, like providing some comfort, and also checking that how you react if any sudden, like, unorthodox question is asked to you, then how you reply to it. So it's very simple. When you are asked, don't answer like, yes, this and this point kilometers, or this and these steps, not this way. If asked that, for how long it took for me to walk into the room, you can say about a minute, or sorry, it's walk into the room, but it's actually made with the Skype room on this video call platform. So you can say around 15 minutes I waited, or okay, don't be like too smart saying that, yes, I logged in and then internet connection was not done. Not also, don't try to create stories as well. Then they wanted me to list my technical skills. I hope this I don't need to explain you about what technical skills you should include. I hope that you have already prepared what to speak on, how to introduce yourself, and you have prepared how to tell your technical skills as well. Before going forward, what I would like to tell you, that I was thinking to create some videos separately on some of most common questions. Like, I was thinking to create a video on how to introduce yourself in a short video, but I will explaining in very deep details what things you should say, what not to say, how long you should say, how short you should say, these things. So I'm thinking on it. I'm not yet very sure. So please write down in comment box that, do you want such videos? Like, some of HR questions I was also thinking about to create for you. Like, the questions are like, how would you behave in such and such situations, or where do you see yourself in 5 years from now, these questions, right? So please comment down if you need some like those videos, so I will create those. That would be really very very helpful. Also, students, if you need students from non CSC background, if you need interview experience of candidates who are from non-CSC background, from mechanical or electrical, electronics, then please write down in comment. I will surely going to create video for that those students also. Then this boy was asked to explain my projects on IoT. He might be having a project on Internet of Things. This is an latest one of the latest technology. So IoT, Internet of Things. Several questions popped up following these questions. It means questions related to this project was asked. See, it won't be difficult if you're knowing about IoT. What things from IoT have you used in your project? And I think in introduction also I've told most of the things which they will ask from project. Okay, so the slide continues here. Next, they asked me to explain web development application. He might have made a web application. If I hope you are known, if you are from Python background students, so you must be knowing about Django and Flask. Those are a rapid web development framework. So he might have prepared his application, web development application. Here you can see in both the places that when he said IoT, right, like he wrote in CV IoT, then several questions asked on IoT. Then he might be having the that application as a web development application on web, right? So questions were asked from that. So question only asking from those places which you have written in CV. Then keenly listen to the explanation and through question from the database. Okay, then he might have used database also for storing some information. So questions from database asked, but what questions you can see here? Right join, primary key. These are basic questions. Even when you were in third year or second year or third year, whenever you read this data DBMS as your subject, I hope even then, if I would have asked you that what are the some important topics from DBMS, you can say, then I hope that you will also tell it, sir, joins is there, normalization is there, primary keys, types of keys is there. These are important topics which no one actually need to tell you. You are also known about it. If you are still not preparing for it, it's completely your fault. Here you can see also he used database, but no any trivial questions, not complex questions were asked, that how many tables were there, how you created foreign key, how you normalize it, not those kind of questions. Similarly, right join query, what are primary keys, primary key, foreign key difference, these kind of. Okay. Then later I was asked to write a program to swap two numbers. So here you saw I have also bolded it in screen sharing. So that's why I say that please not on only on Skype, because you might be having on your interview on Microsoft Teams app. So please have some video conversation with your friends so that you get like pretty comfortable with these applications, like how to turn on your video, how to share a screen, so that at that time your mind will be only on how to solve this question or whatever he is asking, not on is my video visible, is my audio visible, how to share screen, not on these means useless stuffs, right? And then a simple program was asked to swap two numbers. Even he was from CSC background, but the question asked was very simple: how to swap two numbers, and it might be from three variable or two variable, anything. Then he typed it on Notepad by sharing the screen. So okay, totally fine. Then, while ending the interview, I was asked to give an outline of Google Analytics online course. So, students, most of the students, what they do in achievement section, see, it's not necessary to include achievement section or extracurricular activity section in your CV or while telling about yourself when asked in interview. But still, students, what do they write like, I am 5 star in HackerRank. I am 4 star in HackerEarth. I am this much in CodeChef. I am that in yeah, that in those. And then they also means they attend some of webinars or conference in IIT or somewhere, and they write in bold that I have attended this. I've attended this on cryptography or something. But when asked about that, they're not even able to make a program on even odd. So students, it's not bad that you are not good in programming, that's okay. But you are not good in programming, then you're sharing these kind of details also, that I am 5 star ranked or 4 star ranked. So I don't think that anything could be big, there could be any bigger mistake than this. So since he shared this Google Analytics online course, that's why the questions were asked from him about that. Please give an outline that what did you did there, so that they were just they were just confirming. They were not asking please show me the certificate or please show me any online certificate, soft copy or hard copy, that where you did. They were just asking if you are having some outline of that. See, these online courses which you do on Udemy, like there are some other websites also, Internshala or something. There is one problem. They are questions with different names, but the internal syllabus is different. Like on one of such websites, like on Coursera or Udemy, I saw that there was a course named as Python and Data Structures, right? So if you know data structure in detail, even these data types, like in Python the data types tuples, list, dictionary, these are also a data structure only. But when you say someone data structure, most of the time it relates with stack, queue, linked list, tree, graph, that side, okay. But in that course, it was name was like Python data structures, but what was included? Only list, tuple, dictionary. What you will do, you think that okay, I'm very good in list, tuple, dictionary, you will include in your CV. When he will read it, okay, Python and data structure, what he will ask you, because reading data structure, first thing comes into mind is linked list, w linked list, circular linked list, stack, queue. And then if you're not that good in those, you will fail. Even when you mentioned not anything wrong, you mentioned it truth. So please, after preparing your CV, read it 2 or 3 times at what it actually the meaning turning out of whatever things you have written. Okay, so what I just told you, that was actually an experience of one of my friend. That's why I'm sharing you, one of my student. We also had a few formal discussion regarding expectation TCS has on freshers, like what they expect that a fresher should be already ready with. So these are formal discussions, so they don't need to be discussed here. And at last, I wish them a good day, and they wished me my good luck for my future. So this how this interview ended, and then it came to the result date, which was, in short, the interview was very interactive. This is how he described it, was very interactive, as they gave me every chance to express myself. It might possible that he has not included every sentence which were conversation, complete conversation, but very interactive. it it displays that interview was 25 to 30 minutes, and questions were not that much. Like you can see here, the questions were not that much. It means that there were many in between conversations regarding the company, or he might got fixed in some of question, but the interviewer has helped. So these things are also there in an interview. And finally he got the offer letter, was generated on September 18, 2019, very soon. I think he had his interview on 10th, so very soon he got his result also. So students, this we end this video here. I hope you like this video. Please write in comment section if you want more videos like this, if other branch students also want more videos like this. And as I asked you also, that if you need videos on separate questions, like the questions, most common questions, like question asked, like tell me about yourself, then how you to express yourself, or typical HR questions, if you want a separate video on those concepts, please write in comment box, so that I can understand what is your actual requirement, and I will create video on those also. So we will meet in our next video. Till then, keep learning.